Hey everybody, how's it going? This is Seth on the Prodigy channel, and I wanted to just make this video to give some updates on everything that's going on. I'm going unscripted here, so I might ramble for a little bit. I don't know how long this video is going to be, but I just thought it would be important to talk about some things about the channel, some things about my life, and what's going to happen in the near future. So just sit back, just hear me out for a minute. I got a lot to get off my chest. I got a lot to explain. I have some points here that I'm gonna read off from. So we're just gonna go from there. I didn't want to make this a scripted video because it just doesn't feel too natural for me. And on top of that, there's just a lot of stuff that I feel like I can just express more without having to, go off a script. First and foremost, I'm going to talk about the lack of motion comic videos. So I know that for the most part, all of my recent uploads at that has been my original series, A Whole New World. Now, if you guys haven't been tuning into A Whole New World, it is my personal scripted project. It is my own original project. I wrote all the lines. I wrote all the dialogue. It's all my ideas. It is a Sims 4 Machinima series, but it's something a little bit more than that. I'll explain it a little bit later. I am fully aware that there has not been any Ultimate Spider-Man videos. I am fully aware that it's been over a year. I'm fully aware that it's been, I think, like 2 or 3 years since my last Invincible video. I'm fully aware of all of that. I've heard all the feedback. I try not to give any updates unless I have any. And I mean, this is one of those times right now. But I just want to let you guys know that I hear all of it. And it's just been difficult. I'm going to explain a little bit more in this video. But it's been really, really difficult. I'm not going to lie. And it looks like it's going to be a little bit more difficult. Guys, I've been doing this channel since I was like 12 years old, I think. I've been doing it for like the last like 12 years, like 10 or 12 years, I think. Because I started, 12 years. It's been since like 2012. Everything just kind of started with an idea. Everything kind of just started with like, what if I did this thing, or why hasn't someone done this yet? And I did what I could. I used my resources. I looked on a bunch of forums. I got voice actors together. I had a little bit of experience before with older videos and stuff, and kind of like working with voice actors in like other kind of projects and stuff, but I didn't really start doing all of that until I got into this channel. For the most part, it's just been me. I say that to say that it's just been me for the most part. I've never had any other editors. I kind of want to keep it that way. It might change in the future. I don't know, but I've never had any other editors. I never had anybody else, at least production-wise, working with me to get the videos out. It's just been me, myself, and I, and a very old rusty dusty version of Sony Vegas that I've been using for like the last I think 8 years or something. That's how I get everything done. But look, man, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Like, I'm 24 years old now. I got like life shit to worry about. I got like adult-ish shit to handle. I don't get paid off of this channel. Nobody has made any type of profit from any of these videos. I myself don't make a profit. I know you guys have like commented before about like donating and opening a Patreon, but honestly, I really don't want anybody to invest into my stuff unless I don't know. It's like personal things with me, but I don't want anybody to feel like they have to throw money for this channel or throw money at this channel to get videos done faster. It's not really a money issue. It's more so just like time management, scheduling, especially with like other voice actors, because you guys have to understand, like, these are like real voice actors that I'm working with, and I'm putting emphasis on that. I'm working with. I never want to make it seem like, I'm going to explain a little bit later on in this video, but I never want to make it seem like people are working for me. I don't want to make it seem like people are working under me. I'm no one's boss. I've never been anybody's boss. I've never been any of that. Sure, I've had a lot of creative control and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, we're all collaborating on this channel. So that's why when I say we, I literally mean we. If it wasn't for any of these voices, if it weren't for the cast that we have on all of these videos, none of this shit would get made and you guys wouldn't even be here. Like, I'm just gonna be I'm gonna be completely transparent with that. Yeah, I just have like a lot of like personal shit going on. I don't want to like alarm anybody with it. It's nothing like too depressing or something like that. It's just a lot of like unfortunate circumstances that just keep happening. And it's work related stuff, it's life related things too. It also has to do with the crew as well. Not in a bad way, of course. Like I said, it's no drama or anything like that. I don't want to make it seem like that's what it is, just to clarify. But it's just a lot of things that are happening that I have to just take control of. I have to take some control of, take some responsibility of. And that's just pretty much how it is. It's not going to be an easy thing for me to do. And unfortunately, with a lot of things that's coming up for me within the next few weeks, to just put it bluntly, there's probably going to be significant delays with all my videos, not even just A Whole New World, which, like I said, I'm going to explain later for people that are a fan of it, but it's going to be a lot of my videos, a lot of projects that I'm working on with other people. It's just going to be very difficult to do that. So let's talk about Ultimate Spider-Man. Look, I'm not gonna lie, I'm fully aware that like 90% of the audience on this channel are Ultimate Spider-Man fans. You guys are only here for one thing, and if I don't post that, then all my other content is just useless to you guys. I don't really care. I'm not taking offense to it. I understand. I'm dealing with the Spider-Man fandom here. I'm a fan of the project, but there's only really so much that I can control. There's really only so much that I can do, and it's just not looking good for all of these projects. Like I said, I'm going to get into a little bit of details. So as you guys know, I usually have teasers for the upcoming like story arcs that we do, because we try to do everything as like consecutively as possible. I try my best to make sure that we do things in order and we do things properly. And I'm just going to try to explain what I have going on for this series. So for one thing, I have been working on remaking. It was going to be a surprise, and whatever. I don't even know if I should say it, but I'm working on remaking the Power and Responsibility story arc. I was kind of thinking about doing the same thing with the Learning Curve story arc, but with how things are looking, I'm not entirely sure how that's going to be. But there's just delays. And with that, I'm also working on the Ultimate 6 movie. It's a full movie. It's not going to be released into parts. This is going to be the only time, one of the only times that I actually make a genuine motion comic film from through and through, from start to finish, in a very consecutive order, or in a very linear order. I mean, I'm not really sure, but it's just it's not gonna be any pauses. It's not gonna be necessarily part 1, part 2, part 3 like I usually do in these films. It's gonna be just straight on, just like the full experience is what I'm going for. But unfortunately, we've been dealing with a lot of shit, and it also kind of falls into Invincible too. For the most part, we've lost a lot of people, I'll say. I don't want to say a lot, but we have lost some voices, particularly with Norman Osborn and Green Goblin. I'm sure, as you guys know, Ryan Edwards has been playing Norman for the last few years. Like, I would say almost 10 years, which is crazy. But he's been playing Norman for the longest time. But a while back, he had to unfortunately drop the project. It's nothing bad. It's nothing crazy or anything like that. I don't really know the situation, and I don't want to speak on Ryan's behalf, but unfortunately, he just had to leave the project. He had to step away, and it's been like that for a long time. So I've been trying to just find a new voice. I did post a casting call to Casting Call Club, trying to look for new voices. It's still up and it's available. Like, I had the deadline set to like the end of the year, just so I can have as many voices and auditions as I can possible until I find somebody that I feel is right for the role. But unfortunately, yeah, we lost him as that voice, and that's really kind of like it's honestly set things back for a while, because I want to make this right. It's me too. I don't want to just cast anybody. That's just my thing. I'm gonna explain more about like casting and working with you guys and stuff like that, but I'm just very particular when it comes to, I'm gonna try not to ramble too, but I'm just very particular when it comes to having voice actors work with me on this project. I'm very, very, very particular with it. It's a me thing. It's not a them thing. It's not like, I think people are like bad performers or anything like that. It's more so just trying to have that good feeling of like, yeah, like this is somebody that I want to work with. This is somebody that I feel really fits the role, and just going from there. I'm very, very, very particular with who I work with, and like I said, it's not a personal issue. It's not any slight to anybody. It's just me. It's not to say that people aren't good enough or whatever. It's just how I am. It's really, really just how I am. I'm a bit picky. I'm gonna say that, and that leads into Invincible. We lost twice. I'll say we lost twice the main voice for Invincible, and we've had Charles on the first time, but with how things were going and how his schedule and personal life was looking, he just couldn't continue to do Invincible anymore. I have another voice that has recorded everything for the next season that I have coming up, but he's also stepping away too. He's really good. I'm going to surprise you with who he is. He's a really, 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 really good voice, but unfortunately he's only going to be in just season 2, and that's it. That's all that I can do about it. It's like what I said, everything, it's not personal, it's nothing crazy. It's just it's scheduling conflicts. It's all that there is. And it's just workload. So it's that's just how things are. And it's really one of the main reasons why a lot of videos have just not been getting out, guys. Like I'm going to be honest, like it's the main reason. Without these voice actors, without all of it, it makes it harder to make these projects, and unfortunately it's just making it take longer to release them. But I mean, yeah, what I can say though is that aside from this situation, it is getting worked on. I have been working on Ultimate 6 for the longest time, but it's just been a lot of scheduling shit for me. It's been a lot of life shit for me personally. It's like what I said, I'm like the only person running this channel. Like I said, I'm gonna try not to ramble. I'm gonna try to get to the next point as soon as possible. But I will say what I have in store for the future. I do want to do Invincible in full. I know you guys have asked me before. Some people have asked if I'm going to keep doing it. I am going to keep doing Invincible. We are going to keep doing the entire project, the entire series from start to finish. I just think that it's a little side note, but I fell in love with Invincible more than I thought I have. And this is before the Amazon series came out, I fell in love with that project so much more than I initially thought I would. I thought I was going to do maybe like the first 2 or 3 like story arcs that they had, but when I read the whole entire series from start to finish, I think it finished back in like 2019 or something. But whenever time it finished, I'm gonna try to look it up. But when I did it from start to finish and read it was 2018, yeah. So it was kind of like after the time I started Invincible, because we've been doing Invincible for a while. We've been doing that project for a long time. I want to do the whole thing is basically what I'm saying. I want to do the entire thing from start to finish, and I have a lot more plans with it, but it's a lot of voice actors left. It's a lot of voice actors that I wanted to change personally too. Some roles got swapped, some characters got swapped, and whatever. You guys are going to see it in the future, but yeah, that's what I have in store. I have my plans for the Ultimate Spider-Man series. We are definitely going to keep doing more, and I have my plans on the longevity on that series, but I want to keep it. I want to keep it like to a surprise for you guys. I don't know if I'm saying that phrase right, but I want to keep it a surprise for you guys. I do have plans for it though. I have a lot of plans for Ultimate Spider-Man. It's just trying to work on this movie and then trying to do the remake of the Power and Responsibility one, which has Philly voicing the first issue this time around, and then we're just kind of redoing everything from scratch. That's what we want to do, and we're just going to go from there. But like I said, it's been a lot of shit. Doing this channel is hard. It's been, I don't want to say it's been one of the hardest things in my life, but doing it myself has been very difficult. And it's a lot, guys. It's a lot. It's like, you work with voice actors, and I mean, I've had certain interactions with people that were just not cool, I'll say. I've had certain things that I was supposed to work on with projects that just didn't go the way I wanted it to. There's some unprofessionalism there. I don't want to go into detail with it. It's also been one of the reasons why, it's another reason why these projects have been delayed. And when I started off making the videos again this year, I really wanted to make sure that I reduced the gap. I'm still trying to, but unfortunately it's probably going to be longer. I don't know how much longer. I really can't tell you. But I wanted to reduce the gap. I started off this year and moving on to a whole new world and everything like that. I started off this year posting a whole new world stuff. I know you guys don't give a shit about that project. I know most of you don't care about it. I'm not trying to make it sound bitter or anything like that. I just understand that it's a different like direction of what I normally upload. So I understand that people aren't gonna, fuck with that. And that's fine. But I do want to at least like keep it respectful when it comes to my stuff, Like I'm not just a motion comic guy. I know that's what most of my channel is, but even before that, it's a lot of videos that I privated. I've been doing other edits and other stuff like that related to things like machinimas and other things before I started doing motion comics. And I don't want to be tied down to just Ultimate Spider-Man, because eventually Ultimate Spider-Man and Invincible is going to come to an end on this channel. Like that's just how it's going to be. But I don't want that to be my life, you know what I'm saying? And I don't want that to be how this channel is. So A Whole New World is my personal project. I kind of forgot what I was saying earlier, but I'm going to just get into it. A Whole New World is my personal project. And honestly, I've had just a lot more going on for this project compared to the other ones. So that's the main reason why you guys have been seeing more Whole New World episodes. And hey, look, this is just a little side note, but I would give the series a chance. I would just give it a chance. It's just like my foot through the door of doing like screenplays and writing and stuff, because I do have like other projects like A Whole New World that I want to do, but not necessarily like the same Sims 4 stuff. I do have personal written projects that I want to do that I would like to share with you guys in the future. And I'm not forcing anybody to watch it. You don't have to watch it, but please just try to keep like the, where's the Ultimate Spider-Man and everything comics. Like I pinned my update for a reason all that time, and people were still asking, and it's like, guys, like but it's why I'm making this video. It's the whole reason why I'm making this video, and I kind of have to make this video because I don't know when I'm going to get the chance to really properly sit down and talk to you guys. And once again, I don't want to make it sound scary. It's not like I'm fucking going to space or some shit like that, but it's just things where I have to prioritize more than a channel where I'm like, I don't even know when I'm going to have time to properly sit down and like make a video. It's like a lot of changes that is being made in my life, and I have to take care of it. And to continue to what I said for like A Whole New World and stuff, that project is my baby. Like I love that show. The crew loves that show too. Like everybody that I'm working with on that show has been so wonderful. We have so much fun making it. We have so much fun discussing it. We have so many plans for that show. You guys don't even know. You don't even know. It's like so much shit that I have going on, and it's just been getting more difficult, and it's going to continue to get more difficult. I don't want to keep sounding like a broken record. I said I wasn't going to ramble. This video is already long enough probably, but I'm going to try to keep going. But I think I was saying before, that's why it's a priority, or that's why it's been more of a priority and it's been uploaded more, because I've just had more to produce with that particular project. It's not that I'm not doing Ultimate Spider-Man anymore. It's not that I'm not doing Invincible or anything like that anymore. It's just because it's what I can do. The next video that I'm gonna have the chance to make is probably gonna be A Whole New World. But I just want you guys to understand, like, that's just what's going on right now. And yeah, I don't really know what else I have to say. Like I said, I'm rambling. There's probably a lot of jump cuts if there isn't already. But I will try to discuss a little bit about working with me. I'll make this the final point and then I'll get off this video. But for everybody that does want to work with me, I do have a Discord. And I also do have an email specifically for business inquiries or whatever. It's not really like business, but it's just for this channel. If you guys want to like send me shit or whatever. I will say though, like and it's been a while since I've gotten messages like this, but it's just like in the future, if you guys want to work with me, can you please like just send me something? Just send me a reel, send me like an excerpt or something. Just send me something more than like, hey, I want to work with you. I want to do voices with you and whatever. And then you're not showing me anything, you know? It's not like I said, this is, if I didn't say it already, it's not anything personal. It's not anything offensive or whatever. There have been some emails that I have not gotten to. For everybody that has sent it to that email, that is my fault. I will try my best to look at every single one of them and respond to it. I know it's been probably like however long since I started it and since you emailed it. That's my bad. I will say that for the most part. But I did check a few of them before. It's just send me something. Just send me something that I can work with. And if anything, we can have a conversation about it. We can talk. But that's really like all that I have to say about like the voice acting stuff. If you really want to be a part of the project, just know that there is at least some kind of criteria with me. Like you gotta at least have a decent mic. I'm not asking for much, but just have something more than like, you know, no disrespect, a webcam mic or something, please. That's just I just can't I can't do that. It's gonna mess up the flow of these projects, and quite frankly, it's just not good quality at all. If you're being very serious about voice acting, I'll just be straight up with that. But yeah, that's pretty much all that I have to say. That's been my update. It's probably long as fuck, this video. I'm sorry. I had a lot to say and I've been rambling. Like I said, I'm probably gonna cut a lot of it out. But yeah. I hope you guys are doing well. I appreciate everybody that's has been with me for this long. I really do. And even for new fans, I appreciate it. I really appreciate that we all have created a community together for these videos. I appreciate everybody that joins the Discord and that hits me up on stuff. Even though some of you guys really need to stop getting hacked. Some of you get some, if you know, you know, but some of you guys got to stop getting hacked on there. On your own merit. I don't know how it happens, but that's besides the point. That's pretty much all I have to say. And yeah, I don't know when you guys are gonna hear from me. I don't know when the next upload is gonna be. But with how things are looking, it's probably just gonna get difficult. Or it's gonna continue to get more difficult. It's not probably, but yeah. But that's it. I went off script. I'm rambling. I'm trying to just say what I can, and that's it. It's already 27 minutes on the counter now for me. So yeah, I will be in touch. I hope you guys are all doing soon. I hope you guys can understand where I'm coming from as well. And yeah, shout out to you guys for sticking around. If you made it to the end, comment something below. I don't know. Comment like 333 or something. I don't know. Yeah. I'll see you later. Take care. Peace. Hey everyone, how it's going? How it's going? How's it going?